Subscribe and support the channel.
Alright, team! Let's go. Dirty pool, right off the bat. Floodgate.
Watch your step. Frontal. Interrupt. Watch your step.
Alright! Sorry. Absolute silence while I got into
Interrupt.
character, apparently.
Frontal.
Oh. I'm just walking right into that. I think we picked up some friends along the way.
Watch your step.
So yeah, Floodgate 12. She's a dirty girl, let's go. So with this one, I tend to always rush it, but what I'm gonna actually do is wait for the cast.
Interrupt.
There we go, and now I can do this. Where I can chain pull. Lies. Up front of the back. Didn't join us. There we go. Okay, perfect, yeah. So yeah, tanking 101, the way you group things can make it really, really good. Makes it a smooth run. Sorry, am I spitting in the mic? Yeah, so having maximum uptime or cleave on mobs is what makes your runs save a lot of time. So again, with the scaffolding, I'm just going to wait till it dies, and then I'm actually going to pull these guys. So yeah, and if you're new to your Mythic Pluses, and you're a DPS, I'll give you some feedback from a tanking point of view. First one always being, when you see a tank doing a pull, and he's just trying to get into position and actually get all the ads, just wait. Don't do, unless you have like misdirection, which is like a spell hunters can do. Just don't do it, because you'll first of all pull the mobs all over the place, places you don't want them to go, and secondly, you also die,
Watch your step.
and that's not fun. Nobody wants to do that.
Watch your step.
Now I don't want to pull that pack in the corner there. They are not part of the show. Another thing to always do, if you're a demon hunter, always have your hunt spell on cooldown. Why? Because especially if you're a tank anyway. Because yeah, if you got your 4 set, basically there's a chance that your hunt will just reset, and I'll call it out if it happens. It happens sometimes very often. Very, very often. And each time you use it, you get, extra cleaves. So you get this, your throw glaive gets empowered, and then you can do your soul cleave, throw glaive shenanigan, which always does more damage, more heals. As you can see, my heals are insane. In fact, the mage is higher than the the mage is higher than the healer. What's going on here? In saying so, it's disappointing that it hasn't procced once since I brought it up. So again, so see these guys? They went ahead and started damaging characters. Another thing for this pack and this pull, so they do this thing. I was pretty quick to stop it, but it's a thing called wind up, which is basically a whirlwind attack. So you want to just CC that one there. So that one there, see, it just kills someone straight away. I should have been quicker on that. Turns out Sigil of Misery is not enough to stop it. That's my bad. But yeah, it can really, if the healer's not ready, it can really mess somebody's day up. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of this pull, because someone's going to take aggro from me. I just know it. Please, kitty cat, don't go in there.
Gruntle.
So for this, it's a lot nicer if you stack, or will stay close, because when they do that teleport thing to do a frontal, they will teleport all the way to the range, which means that they're out of sight for any damage. What that also means is if you're staying close, you have to keep moving. Your feet have to keep moving, because you will almost always be receiving a frontal like that in one direction or another. I'm pretty sure I just ate it. So it's more work, it's more risk, but it also means more damage. You can also hard CC this. Okay, that just went somewhere else. Cool. All done. Stack. Cool, 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 cool. Oh, that was annoying, sorry.
Defensive.
Oh. So again, there are several ways to cheese it, but as you see how that guy there just did a really short dash, that's the point of why I like to do it over here in the corner and get everybody stacked, because the closer and the longer you have these guys nearby, the more damage they take, right? Which is what makes for a good run. And then just for this bit here, let's just throw that darkness and show the healer some love. So darkness is a spell that reduces the damage taken to anyone standing in it. And then just for this bit here, I like saving all my AoEs just so I can very quickly pick them up.
Defensive.
This group's really good. They're very reactive on all the interrupts. They're moving really nicely as well. I think I used my interrupt, so I'll just use a sigil.
Defensive. Attack shield.
So this time around we did not kill the mob fast enough. So there's a shield that gets generated, but that's okay. Look at that. So I just used the hunt, and you'll see that it's now back.
Kill Big Ad.
Now I'm going to save all their cleaves to try
defensive.
Make sure I get more aggro again. Careful with that, it can knock you off. So that frontal that the boss does, if you stay stood here and I don't know, you
Defensive.
jump for some weird reason, you will you will fall off. Nice. So there's a stockpile here. I always like sending a DPS to do it, but I think I'll just go do it because I guess it's easy to forget about. So the reason I prefer that is because
Watch your step.
actually I've never thought about that. Sorry, I'm just thinking about bloodlust. And so that you can go continue pulling, and yeah, the boss is kind of like being burned down and tanked, so you know you're getting again more uptake. And again, for the people that are new, because I'm not sure how familiar everyone here is, but BL stands for Bloodlust, which is the Horde version of heroism, I think. And there's, I think, several different names for it depending on what
Watch your
class you
step.
are. But those two names are the ones that everyone remembered because of classic WoW. What's all these? All my leaps are just obstructed. It's frustrating. So yeah, this person's right in saying that asking for bloodlust, because what you do want to do is always have your bloodlust basically off cooldown. Now the scaffolding, I don't want to butt pull anybody that doesn't. Oh. What am I doing? Where am I facing? There we go. So I just used the hunt, and lo and behold, what am I doing? What is this? Sorry, I'm just having a moment here. I think it's the scaffolding that's just throwing me off. Anyway. Yeah, so I want to use Bloodlust for the next boss, and in my mind, the plan is that if I use it for the next boss, it'll also be up for the last boss. Oh, no. So you can't really target the guy at the top when he's up there. He's protected by the scaffolding. Okay, so... So just now when you hear those little chain noises, that's your thing proccing, your tier set.
Frontal. Watch your step.
Another
Watch
trick
your
here
step.
that really makes life easy is pointing these guys away from the rest of your party, so that when they start doing the frontal, all your range are
Frontal.
in a completely safe area. If you eat a bit of damage as a tank,
Watch
as you
your
can see I'm
step.
on the avoidable chart from the flamethrower, that's fine because you heal a lot here. Cool. Alright, oh! Somebody just must have had their cooldowns. I'm not a big fan when people do that, but...
Frontal.
Where people just pull because they're trying to get their cooldowns in rotation with all the bosses. But at the end of the day, like, you know, if your tank, for example, he's got his cooldowns are not ready or whatever, then
Defensive.
you know you're doing something. Oh, am I gonna? You're gonna
Frontal.
cause a wipe if you do that kind of behavior. Sorry, I was just trying to focus. So these guys, you've got a one.
Defensive.
You got a one big boy and a ranged person. You try to kind of keep them close by so you can get that cleave uptime again. Now the second charge will always be towards you. So you'll see there's a charge right now happening. Okay.
Target you.
So you can see that I don't need to necessarily stand near the bomb. I could just
Defensive.
stand in the direction so that his charge
Frontal.
went in it, but I'll tell you what, I've got the ability to leap, so
Defensive.
so the other thing with these two guys is I think you gotta
Frontal.
kill them together. Super important. If you don't kill them
Target
together, they will. Oh crap! I think there's an enrage.
Defensive. Frontal.
It's alright, we aced it. And again, if you're new to this dungeon, so the whole shtick is, there's like these weapon crates. You're destroying them because you're here to sabotage something. Excuse me, bud, but ooh, took a beating there. And yeah, it's a whole bunch of that. Now these guys are not melee friendly, so what they do, oh well, they're actually not range friendly either. What am I saying? What they do is they drop all these bombs, and if you get hit by them, you go sky high. I don't know if it'll one hit you, but it's pretty hard hitting. And they cast an ability called Harpoon. And again, these guys don't have the friendliest abilities, so they have this spinny thing that requires a hard CC. Then they have a regenerative kelp that heals them, so it makes this thing even longer. You can remove it as a demon hunter and probably other classes. It's almost more work focusing on those mechanics than it is to actually DPS and kill these things. And then again, you want to hard CC those swirly things because it's just like the other thing. Can I remove that? Yeah. The longer they do it, the more damage it's doing to the party. So yeah, I mean, I think that took a lot longer than it should have, but hey, we're doing fine. Oh, what's going on here? This one's the same as before. So yeah, he does a tank buster that you got to look out for.
Stack. Defensive.
Oh my gosh, can we BRS?
Line. Gather. Watch your step.
Now, I would argue that that was
Watch your
not
step.
on me. You know, if you're standing between the boss and the tank, it's gonna probably go for you first.
Stack.
And yeah, the boss is
Defensive.
not targetable because of roleplay. So
Line. Gather. Watch your step.
so yeah, he puts a debuff on I think 4 members of the party where you're tethered to them. So
Watch
if you
your
don't
step.
if you don't move with them, it snaps back and hurts a little bit, I think, but also stops you from moving.
Stack. Defensive.
Which is, yeah, it makes it
Line,
hard
gather.
to avoid things if you're being
Watch your step.
snapped. So it's just a simple rotation in terms of mechanics. You just
Watch your
stack,
step.
rotate, avoid, repeat. In terms of healing, it's a huge healer check. So this is, as long as like you're not getting hit by things that you shouldn't be getting hit
Stack.
by.
Defensive. Line. Gather.
And then there's a tank buster.
Watch your step.
So I tend to use like Fell Devastation or Metamorphosis around that tank
Watch your
buster.
step.
There's also Fiery Brand that can really help. But yeah, you're mostly fine. You can get away with getting hit by these things as a tank.
Stack.
Obviously,
Defensive.
avoid it.
Line.
But
Gather.
sometimes,
Watch your step.
yeah, it's more forgiving, definitely for you. But nice, we got through. And according to this timer, we are miles ahead of what's this stack here as well. We're miles ahead. So there is a skip for this as well, because Bubbles is not the
Watch your step.
most friendliest of pulls. Huge healer check.
Frontal.
Just trying to get him over here.
AOE incoming.
So again, you hear that chain? That's me getting the hunter back.
Watch your step. Frontal.
I can just pull him away.
AOE incoming.
And it's just the same, there's three things. So it's bubbles, so you stack that,
Watch your
followed by a
step.
frontal, followed by a big AoE, which is a healer check. Yeah, there are some.
AoE
This one's
incoming.
particularly hard on healers, so it's always really good to have a good healer, especially someone who can do AoE healing. So this pull, I always chain pull with that. Again, I like stacking because uptime,
Frontal.
because they will jump for the farthest person.
Frontal. Frontal.
Oh, charge right into his frontal.
Frontal.
You can actually, yeah, CC that and turn it off.
Frontal. Frontal.
That was cool. Just as he teleported, I leapt on him. Intentionally. Oh, I don't want to pull that jump starter. Those jump starters are not fun. Anyway, they can just burn him down.
Frontal.
He'll eventually probably teleport to me. I don't know, we'll see. He'll probably do a frontal on me. Because if I run away far enough, he'll
Frontal.
want to come to me, right? That's the theory.
Frontal.
With these mobs, especially if you're like me, where you just struggle to keep track of what's going on sometimes, if you see that your spells go red
Frontal.
because they've moved away or done something crazy, just press tab. You press tab. Tab is supposed to be your default hotkey that swaps you over to the next possible target. Holy crap!
Watch your step.
Can these guys just give me like 1 second to get aggro? Yeah, see, I don't rate that. Look, I love these guys. They're doing
Watch your
great.
step.
They're not toxic, but man, sometimes people will just pull something because they've got like their cooldowns or whatever, and
Watch your step.
if they die, oh man, it's just annoying because now it's like a waste of time. And you can see, you have to be quite aggressive with these pulls, right? Because we only have 2 deaths. Somehow, only 2 deaths
your
is enough
step.
for us to now completely miss
Watch your step.
plus towing this, right? So the only way, this is going to be a tight little squeeze. I need to get out of here. So the only way really around that,
Watch your step.
you need monster DPS. And
Watch
to
your
get monster
step.
DPS, you need bigger pulls. You know, like if I really wanted to push it, I could take this to the boss, but that means the strain I'm putting on everyone
Watch your
would be
step.
immense.
Soon I shall have the power I require.
Cool. So this boss can be tricky as a tank if you don't know what you're doing.
You dare question me?
AOE incoming.
So he will
away
always
from
do the
lines.
same order mechanic. So first he'll do this, where it's just a little raid wide zippy zap, and you just gotta like dodge the swirlies. If you get hit by the swirlies, it's a lot of damage and it's stunned. So that's damage that you're not doing back. Then he's gonna slap me. Now,
Defensive.
when he does that, I'm wedging myself against the corner here, so that I don't get thrown around. Next he'll do is he'll summon a spark,
Kite spark to water.
and if you're lucky, oh no, okay, this is not good. So you're supposed to
Defensive.
you're supposed to try, excuse me, don't do that, please. You're supposed to try leap away, well, I do anyway, so that
AOE incoming.
your
Stay
spark
away from
immediately
lines.
gets put into water, and then you can come back to this console, so that when he starts slapping you, you don't get knocked off the platform. That has happened to me in the past, and it's not a good time. So he's going to do it again. So your fiery brand will always be up for the second one.
Defensive.
And as you can see, it did no damage. Oh, he just needs to stop doing that.
You dare pit your wits against mine?
Kite spark to water.
Hopefully that's my spark that goes into the water.
Defensive.
Okay, I don't even want to. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so Giga zapping the pools is not a good idea. It has a really large hitbox, it seems, because
AOE incoming.
I was about to say they really shouldn't
Stay
be
away
doing that,
from
but
lines.
looking at where they were standing, it didn't look like they were at all. Oh, is that going to hit me? Oh. Cool. And then Firebrand's up.
Defensive.
So yeah, I'm just going to go over here. And nice. All done, team. How good. Oh, and look at that. 2 of the same. Oh, wait, no, one of them was the warband. Nice. GG.
Subscribe and support the channel.